Alright, let's try this again. Yo, what's up everyone? So boys, today I'm going to be teaching you a bunch of new Kayn mechanics and overall jungle mechanics. Now, Kayn's been out for a long while, and I've noticed a lot of people that play Kayn don't really fully know all the little tips, tricks, and secrets he got. First things first, I'll teach you an overall jungle mechanic. First, let me move my camera out of the way. Okay, so as you can see my trinket now. Notice how my trinket, I got the, the warding totem. So what you normally like to do as a jungler is you put your trinket down early on, run straight to here or run straight to there, put the ward down so you don't get cheesed or invaded. Kobe, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime. And then you reset, get a sweeper. Look at the CT time, 44 seconds. So the second your camp spawn, you'll have this. Now, a lot of people I want to teach how to path. I've went over a video before, but since I'm just doing an entire video on tips, tricks, and secrets, I'll teach you how to path. There's a lot of little things, and there's some things that you probably didn't know about at all. Like there's one little mechanic that I'll show you that's a very, very interesting mechanic. I'll try and show you. So first things first, I'll teach you how to path with Kayn overall. So you start at these raptor camps usually. I've been doing raptor start almost every game. So if you guys want to try this out, always feel free to let me know how it works for you or how it doesn't. So with the raptors, you do the pathing where you want to auto this, wait for them all to bunch up, and then Q all of them. A lot of people, they don't know how to wait for them to bunch up. You have to auto, wait a second, and then you run like this, and you get them all again. And now with the red buff, it's a lot different. So notice when I go over here, auto the red buff, I drag it to this wall, and then I Q into the wall. So look at how fast you auto. That's a lot faster. So let's say I don't Q in the wall. Look at how different it is. So you have to go like do that whole animation. But let's say I get like right on the wall. Then it's instant, Pretty good technique to help you get more autos in. Same with this Krugs. Usually do it like that. Easy double Q. And then I like to play a little ring around the rosy with that little baby Krug. It's kind of funny. You just smite this one usually. And now I'm going to show you guys a little mechanic for ganking bot. This is very, 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 very good. A lot of people, it's a lot to do with your pathing. So pretty much you can go, let's say you want to gank bot. Let's say they warded this. Okay, so ideally, if they warded that, what are you going to do? You go there. A little bit of patience. If you want to make a gank work, you have to be patient. It's very, very, very important. So you want to use your Q. And then by the time you go over here, if they warded the tri-brush, then you could just E down and you're in position to gank. Now, let's say this is warded, or maybe they're playing right here. Let me see if I can get this done. This is actually really, really hard to do. This is the hardest and most high-risky gank to make work. But if you can get it done, it works. So let me auto-refresh cooldowns real fast. I wonder if I could do it. Let's see. So what you want to do is do that, and then you'd be able to gank like this. It's a really, really, really risky but huge payoff mechanic because you have to sacrifice your flash early on. Later on in the game, see, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually prolong the distance that you travel with your E by using your Q. A lot of people did not use this at all. So let's say from here to here, if I weren't to make it, I could just Q like that. You could also use your W, it won't take you out of your E. A lot of people wonder, why do you get dropped out of your E, right? So watch this. So auto refresh cooldowns for a second. If you auto something, or if you get autoed, so if something hit me, not a minion, but a champion hit me, then my E would just run out like that, right? So that's pretty good to know. And a lot of Kayn is just like these little mechanics. Now, a lot of people don't know this either, how to get orbs. So notice, auto, 1 orb. W, 1 orb. Q is actually 2 orbs. A lot of people don't know that one. So it's very important that you get a lot of Qs off in fights. And another little Kayn mechanic people don't know. This is going to be kind of hard to explain. Maybe I could find the stat sheet, but per minute that goes by, you get more orbs. So let's say if I hit this thing twice, let's see, it goes like from here to there. Okay, so let's move past like, let's move to, let's say like a couple minutes. So fast forward 30 seconds. Let's go to like 8 minutes. So let's see how much it changes at this point. Okay, so let's wait 9 more seconds. Why is Kayn so hard for release? Because Kayn is really good follow. He could actually go in the cocoon, or go in when Elise goes up, you get damage her. So let's try and auto this twice, see how much different it is. It should be a little bit. So it went from like there to there and there to there. So that's like a little bit, and then let's say we go, how do you go like 10 minutes? I'd say it really starts picking up at like 12 minutes is when you get a lot of orbs. But yeah, once you're at like 8 minutes compared to 5 minutes, it's like a little bit more. And then once you're at like 10, 12, 14, 16, that's when it goes crazy. Because obviously you need to have your form at that point. Now a lot of people wonder when is the earliest Kayn can solo dragon. If you have no Ravenous Hunter, because Ravenous Hunter obviously gives you healing off your, your abilities and to monsters, minions, objectives. So let's say I'm an early reset. This is like a typical early reset. Let me get level 4. So usually you're level, I'd say level 4. So let's just get level 4 right here. Okay, so we get level 4. And you know, obviously if you want to do this, you have to like come from back here. And yeah, usually at level 4 with an early reset, you can do dragon pretty easy, I think. Well, maybe, let's see. Without Ravenous Hunter, it's going to be a little hard. So this is normally why I don't prioritize it, because look at how much time I spend doing the dragon. A huge thing you want to do is just make sure you're using your E to heal, because remember your E heals you. So Kayn can actually do dragon early on, even without the right runes. If I had the right runes, I'd say I'd be about this HP. But you know, he can do this. So that's just one little thing with that. Now, to show you one of my favorite mechanics. Definitely one of my favorite mechanics. You get the Rift. Now this is a mechanic that everyone should know if you play a lot of Kayn. So you can do this. Rift is really easy to do with Ravenous Hunter as well, because every time you hit the eyeball, you usually are getting a huge heal. So this is another Kayn mechanic we have for you. Yo, Chewy, thanks so much for the reset, man. Welcome back to the Sing Club.
Hog best Kayn jungler.
Thank you, sir. So, doing the Rift. Rift is very easy to do it early on as well. And then obviously if you get in this spot, you can just double Q in the wall. It actually works out super well in your favor, so. So guys, this is very simple, easy technique. You just rift in the wall. They can't really target you if you're in the wall because you can't see where Kayn is unless you have vision. But it's very hard to have vision inside a wall, so that's another Kayn mechanic. Let's see if I can think of any more. I mean, a lot of it just has to do with like knowing how to travel. Like, let's say you want to go from like here to there. This one's kind of hard to pull off. A lot of these little things, you have to like Q at the right time. That one's kind of hard to do because this helps you get extra distance. So let's say I want to gank somewhere, then I can easily prolong my E. Sometimes it means a lot because I notice sometimes when I'm fighting, like let's say I'm fighting this guy over here and then I hit him. Wait, oh whoops. And then my thing runs out. Before it runs out and it sends me back over here, if I Q, then I can go over the wall. That's another really good Kayn mechanic. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything else? Kayn is, well, let me say for form. Maybe I should get my form. So notice it's 12 minutes now. Let me get like 3 of these. Well, it's not officially 12 minutes. But notice it goes a lot more. Now let's see, 12 minutes. A lot of people need to know this type of stuff that I think a lot of people don't actually know this about Kayn, that per minute you get more and more and more orbs. So it's very important. And how early you can do objectives and just how to path. So let me show you how to do every single camp. So I showed Raptors, I showed Red, I showed Krugs. Wolves, very easy. Let's say I'm going from there to there. You know, just start off with your W, make sure you hit them all. Q auto. I usually like to do this, drag it right here. And then I stand right here, and then double Q. And then blue, I like to drag out a little bit like this. And get in position right there, double Q. If you guys want to go into practice tool and try these little pathing technique out. It'll make your pathing a lot faster. Ideally, if you're pathing very fast, you should be able to be finished with your camps at about 312, which is exactly when the scuttle spawns, 315, and then you can farm your entire jung and just go do this scuttle. Be super good for you. See, and then you do this. Scuttle's pretty hard for Kayn to do unless you have what do we call it? Form. But once you have form, it's pretty easy, I think. So look at that. You get your form like this. Oh yeah, here's another Kayn mechanic that a lot of people don't know. So let me explain this. I get asked this often, super often. So a lot of people, they don't realize you can upgrade your form all the way out here. And they're always like, Karasmai, why do you upgrade your form out here? Well, notice once you get your form, you get home guards, right? You get these little home guards boost. So if you use your E with home guards, look at how much distance you could travel right as you leave the base. As opposed to if I'm in the fountain and I'm running with home guards, I'd be able to get like right here. So it's just about time and efficiency. Let me teach you guys a secret too, because not a lot of people know this. A lot of you probably do, but they don't realize that smite actually... Okay, so let's say I'm fighting an enemy jung for scuttle. They don't know that smiting, when it's CC, does more damage. So notice how my smite's 510, but it did 637. So if you CC with your W, you can do a lot... What do we call it? A lot more... this damage when you're ever contesting these type of things. Let's see. Let me think of any other mechanics I'm missing out on. A lot of it is pretty basic. Kayn's not really that too intense of a champion. He's just very dependent on his fast pathing. A lot of his kit has to do with like kind of lining up. It's kind of like a Lee Sin knockup. So let's say I'm like this. A lot of times you have to like be able to, you know, do like Vel'Koz type plays. Wait, what the hell? Like, sometimes there's actually a bug. Okay, I don't know if that bugged out or if I was trolling, but sometimes if you W flash fast enough, it bugs out and it goes in the wrong direction. So a lot of it, like a lot of people don't realize that in team fights, how to really play. Okay, so let's say someone's right here. It's very situational, but if I have smite but no flash and someone's here, you never want to use your W first. You want to like smite them, auto them, because if they have flash, then you can predict it. So let's say someone's right here, and you're like staying on top of them and they're low HP, and you have nothing left, and they're going to go to their tower, then that's when you want to use your W, because then you can predict their flash. A lot of people, they need to understand really how to gank. It kind of takes a bit of time and experience, really. And Kayn doesn't really have like a secret with like doing Baron. The secret to your damage, now let me explain this to you. This isn't really like a Kayn mechanic, this is just like a overall Kayn gameplay. Is that if you look at your damage, maxing Q, so let me get a level. Notice your Q doesn't actually do anything when you level it up, because it's already doing as much damage as it could do. So whenever you level up your Q as Ross, you're only getting like 0.5 seconds off your CD time. As opposed to W, you get more damage, cooldown, mana cost goes up, but it is your knockup. It's your most important ability. So a lot of people wonder, why do you go 3Q max W? It gives you more damage and cooldown, and this already is doing maximum damage. Now some people will wonder like, okay, why don't you just keep your Q level 1 if it's already maximum damage? Well, I mean, still you want a decent CD time with it. Not long, and not just that, but when you don't have a form, your Q is your most important ability, especially with how you path. You know how you Q into walls. So pretty sure that's it for Kayn mechanics. All there really is like just these little like wall ganks. Like if you could pull this off, this is kind of hard. This is a very, very hard one to do. This is probably one that you guys haven't seen. So let's say, let me get rid of the minions. Okay, let's see. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of role play here. Minions, minions, minions. Okay, so spawn ally dummy. Okay, so this is my ally. That's the enemy. Enemy steps up. Okay, that's not the enemy. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so that's the enemy. Let's say the plant is gone, alright? And you need a gank here, but you're kind of like, you want to make sure, like maybe this is warded or something. Well, then the key to ganking this is just being able to do that. And then, boom. And this is a level 1 E too. The more you level up your E, the longer it lasts. So the duration lasts 0.5 more seconds. And then obviously, it depends really. what abilities you want to use. If you know they have no flash, you can start off with your W. If you know they have flash, you want to start off with like your autos, especially if you have red buff. So if I have red buff, I'm like, all right, let me just, you know, do all that. So if I have red buff and I'm in this situation, then I would just walk and auto them. Why wouldn't you just walk out into the river? Because if I walk into the river, then, okay, let's say I walk into the river. So I Q over the wall, yada, 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 from there to there. And then I walk right here, he's going to run away. But let's say if I run from, you know, there to there. See, notice, I don't think you can make your E without using your Q. Oh, no, you can with Moby Boost. But most of the time you don't get Mobies on Rouse anyway. And then easy. So it really sets you up to make more plays with knowing how to do this little technique. It's a little bit hard. Now this is actually something that might seem simple, but I would suggest practicing. I mess this up a lot. This could save you a lot of time. Okay. So this is actually really hard. You need to click literally so perfectly. Going from here to here. Okay, that one worked. I think this one's a little bit harder though. Let's see. If you can make it from here to here, it's very important. See, look, sometimes it runs out. There you go. That's a very hard one to do, because if you can do it from there to there, it saves you a lot of time in your pathing. Let me show you another one. These are like good for your early paths, so. Anyway, let me suck dying in towers. Revive, thank you. Revive. Hello. Okay, I'm stuck dead. I'm 0-1 in a customs. Alright, this is another one I'll show you. I mostly like to look at these ones because the ones on this side are kind of easy. But yeah, okay, so sometimes I'll do, let's say if they early warded my jungle, I do red raptors, and then I'll try and go from like here to here. By the way, being Ross doesn't make my E any faster, only Shadow Assassin. That one's a kind of a hard one to do as well. You need to click straight on through it. Oh, there you go. So this side as well, we'll try. See? So you have to like straighten yourself out when you're going through the tower. If you're not running straight like this, you're not going to make it. These are really tough ones if I want to save time on just going between there to there. Very important to be able to do that. And then, you know, obviously a lot of these ones. That's pretty much it for Kayn mechanics. There's actually a faster way of doing dragon, but this is, okay, let's say if I see the enemy jug topside and I want to do this dragon really fast, here's what I would do. Most of the time you want to be discreet, but you have to get in like a certain position. Here, I actually messed it up. There you go. So you just get it like in this little wall right here, and then you just Q. You know. And then you could auto and get the instant Qs. It's easy to do. Like that. Oh, I wonder something funny. If you're a Shadow Assassin, you're actually immune to slows. Too bad I can't show it. I wish there was a practice tool thing where I could get my form. They need to do that. Yo, any Riot members watching, please. But if you're Shadow Assassin and you go to pick these up, your E makes you immune to slows, so you can pick all these up without getting slowed. And then you just pick them all up instantly. It's really funny. Let's me think. Any more Kayn techniques? A lot of team fighting is honestly... There's like a lot of people don't know this. You can auto right before you Q. So notice, look at the damage I did here. Here, wait, let me refresh my CDs. I keep forgetting that my cooldowns are super long. Alright. So you can auto very fast. I messed up that time. People don't usually take use of this. It's kind of like an animation cancel if you do it really fast. It's kind of hard for me to do because I got like 68 ping. People don't really use that much, and then, you know, being able to use your W. W is a lot of patience and just brains. See, there you go, I did it that time. If
Love
you
the
like
content, keep it up.
do
Also,
it
thoughts on
mid
Tawani.
animation, thoughts on Sejuani, it's pretty good. So that's a little thing of team fighting, is to, what do we call it, get that off, and then, you know, then after that it's just a lot of team fighting. It's pretty much kiting. You pretty much kite out for your CD, so it's like, if I'm a one-on-one, then I want to kite out like, okay, run back a little bit, wait for my Q, go back in, run back in. Like, you know, a lot of people, they think you could just win with autos. Your autos are not important when you're playing Kayn. Maybe if you're blue Kayn, a little bit, but when you're Ross, normally it's based off your Q because it's maximum percent health damage. So if you get enough Qs off, you can kill anybody. Easy, anybody. I've solo killed, listen, I'm not trying to flex, but I've solo killed TF Blade on Jax when he was 9-0 and I was 1-9. I want to find the clip. It's one of the funniest things, and he was so angry and he was saying how broken Kayn is. If I find it, I probably find it, but it's super funny. But let's see, for mechanics, I'm pretty sure this is it, guys. The one mechanic I never see people use that is like, you know, what the title is all about is just the simple EQ like this, like being able to travel distance with your E and Q. So I would definitely try doing that. And then to all the people wondering why is my E always canceling? I'm so confused. Karasmai, please explain. It's because you're in combat. So combat just means damaging a champion or getting damaged by a champion, and then yeah. That's pretty much it. So if you're not in combat, your E will never cancel. It will go the full duration, and leveling up your E makes it more duration, of course. 3 in Q, max W. You know, you guys know the builds, you guys know the runes, all this stuff. So that's pretty much it. A lot of these little techniques, like the pathing mechanic and ganking mechanics, like how to go from wall to wall, like being able to go from here to there to gank, or being able to go from here to there to gank, is super, super important. I think if you have Mobies and you're fast enough, you might actually be able to make this without using your flash. This one's really, really hard. This one's like a high risk gank. So let's see. Wait, no, I had home guards. 1 second. That's cheating. Okay. So to go from here to here, let's see. Yeah, see, you can only do it with your flash. So you for sure need to flash this one. Unless you're blue Kayn. Blue Kayn could make anything work. But yeah, if you want to flash, I wonder if you could flash and not use your Q. Yeah, okay, that works. And then you have your Q and W. So that would be fantastic for a gank. Because the thing is that people don't realize risking summoner spells for a successful gank, always worth. Always. So if you can make this work, like little things like this, they might seem like, wait, that seems so stupid, but you're wasting your flash. But no, it really helps, and it's really, really good. And then a little thing, okay, this is for junglers. This is just for junglers. People always seem to forget this as a jungler. Notice, okay, just read this. When you're in the jungle and you have the junk smite, you regenerate mana. So a lot of people, if I'm fighting somebody right here and I'm out of mana, like, you know, just out of mana. Okay, I'm not going to waste all my mana. But let's say I'm out of mana and I'm fighting some guy over here. I would run back into the jungle so I could regenerate more mana. Because look, in the lane, I'm getting like barely any mana. Like 2 per, and then if I go into the jungle, look at this, it's like 3. So much better. So it's a lot smarter to kite out into the jungle whenever you have no mana to be able to fight these type of people. Very simple, very easy stuff. And you know, obviously in team fights, never be afraid of being low HP, because you can heal so much off teams. Because remember, as Ross, your entire kit's healing. Shadow Assassin, you know, it's all about combinations as well, and magic. Your kit does magic damage because you're passive, but some people get sword boots, some people don't. That's video for another day. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to add on. Maybe I'll think of more stuff, like, you know, there's, let's see, Rift and Wall, Ying, fast pathing, little pathing maneuvers, ganking spots. It's all pretty much the core things to know if you're trying to pick up this champion. He's been out for a while, so a lot of his tools and kit has already been figured out. He's already kind of like set down. But I noticed a lot of people that play Kayn don't really take use of all this stuff. Like, it's something so simple. Because watch, I'll show it again. Look at how easy it is. Okay, this is like kind of blocking me. When you do that, it's so much faster than if you had to go through the whole duration of this. Because then you get like 2-3 more autos off per Q as well. So it's like, I would suggest testing out all this stuff and getting more comfortable with it, because it can up your gameplay to the next level easy. Very easy. If you guys have any questions, or if you have any other Kayn mechanics that maybe I missed out on, feel free to tell me. I always, you know, there's obviously stuff that I could be forgetting, or there's stuff I don't even know that you guys maybe know. Yeah, always feel free to let me know all that stuff. But how about ganking spots at mid? Okay, ganking spots at mid lane. I'll show that real fast. A lot of it just has to do with, like, let's say their mid laner's right. Okay, well, I'm on this side of the map, so let's say. A a lot of it has to do with patience. So let's say I'm over here. So let's say I want to gank mid. Then I would just... This one's, like I said, it's hard to do. I already showed that one. And then, you know, just gank right there. Easy. That's pretty much... That's one of the main ganking spots for mid. You could always go around and... Usually after scuttle, so let's say I'm level 3. Usually after scuttle, if the mid laner's right there, a lot of times they ward right here. So if you don't want to go through wards, this is actually an unseen area, walking like this, and then you go like that, and then you just gank. So that's pretty important to know how to do that as well. Either way, I think that's it for mechanics. I showed you how to gank each lane, how to path fast. You can use the team, like you can use the Q and wall for team fights. Just know that they have to be like literally right on the wall for it to work, like right on the wall. And then, otherwise it might not hit them. So, if you ever do that in a team fight, make sure they're literally right on top of it and you're on top of it too. Then it will work out perfectly. I've used it a couple times. Actually, I think it's a montage someone made of me. I've utilized it once against New Deer and I beat him up. And that's pretty much it for all these little spots. Like I said, if you guys have anything to add on to this, feel free to let me know. Send me a link or, you know, tell me in the comments below. Either way, boys, hope you enjoyed it.